Hello, beautiful and powerful women. Welcome to Susan Unleashed. This podcast is for any woman who wants to live a gorgeous life on her terms and who knows that not only is being a woman enough, it is the key to everything. I'm your host, Susan Elizabeth, certified professional coach, #1 best-selling author, and Energy Leadership Index master practitioner. I fiercely support women who are passionate about elevating their lives while embracing their truest selves. Are you ready to unleash your power? Hello, beautiful and powerful women. Welcome to this week's episode. As many of you know, I've been so inspired by the French. I remember when I first traveled there, back in the 80s, I was a younger woman and it really changed my life. And I've traveled so much there over the years. And now that I'm married to a French man, I get this beautiful reinforcement every single day. And in today's episode, I want to talk about sauntering and what the French secrets to sauntering. And I want to start with the definition of what sauntering is. I bet you know it, like it's just kind of what you probably have imagined, but I really want to just I want to name it. I want to just put the words on it for you. So it's to walk in a slow, relaxed manner. It's moving without hurry or effort. It's effortless walking. It's effortless movement. And I also, did you know, fun fact, so on June 19th every year, sometimes it's celebrated on August 28th, but usually it's June 19th, it's World Sauntering Day. So that is, it's the day that reminds everybody to slow down and to saunter in their lives. It's connecting with nature and enjoying your life, enjoying the moments in your life. If you want to learn how to live a ripe, wild, and fierce life, make sure that you check out my new course. When you're finished with the podcast, the link is in the show notes, so head on over to the link and check it out there. And this World Sauntering Day is really a reminder for everybody to just step back, slow down, and really take it easy. Take care. And it's just the art of a leisurely way of being. It's the art of leisurely walking. It's the art of leisurely being. It's kind of like she saunters in the streets of Paris. She saunters around. And I think it was first put into this World Sauntering Day. I think it came about in the late 70s, if I have my facts right. But I just love that. So I think what I want to start by saying is, now that we have the definition, the first thing to saunter, and what the French taught me, was to just slow it down, like put the brakes on, slow it down, and be in the moment. #1, slow it down. So a beautiful French girlfriend said to me once, she said, "Why hurry? We make life happen. As women, we are meant for pleasure, so we must live in our true selves and pleasure to live our lives." Wow. I'm like, wow, nobody's ever said that to me before. So that was kind of a wake-up call for me. And I got to bear witness to it when I first showed up on the streets of Paris, when I flew there. And then as I've gone through living my life and traveling to many places, but then just being in my life, just the beingness is so important, to just slow down and saunter. And my husband, he's a great reminder for me every day to live the moment. And he tells me this, "Susan, live the moment. Be here now. Be here, right now. Live the moment, be in the present." Because really, when you think about it, the present moment is all there is. The past is no longer here. The future we can plan for as we should. But the present momentness is where life happens. So when you live the moment and you show up fully for your life, the beauty of really being present, to connect with people, to hear what they're saying, to be in the moment. Slowing down is really the first step, and incorporating this into our lives as we go out and we walk about our lives, we saunter about in our lives. And it's just the enjoyment more. When you're present and you slow down, you can really enjoy your food, the person who's in front of you, the conversation that's being had, whether you're getting some guidance from your coach or your boss, and just being there and just listening to it, like taking your time. And it's just that taking the foot off the gas pedal and just being sauntering, swaying, moving, being in your body, feeling yourself fully. Like, saunter to that table, saunter to a meeting, saunter the streets of the city, saunter in your home. And think about it, when you're sauntering, saunter in the kitchen as you're cooking. It forces you to really be present and in the moment. So I think some of you know my story about how I was always running away from myself, and I would drive fast and I ate fast and I walked fast, and it was always hurry, hurry, hurry. We need to achieve, and we need to do, and we need to accomplish. And I had forgotten, what a French girlfriend of mine said to me so long ago about living life and being in the moment, what my husband reinforces. And paying attention to all the things that you think you have to do, and just, you make the choice. What do you really want to do? And then saunter and slow down. And when you go out, go for the walks. Go enjoy your life and be in that moment, slowing down and being present. Oh gosh. I just want to touch on this. We did a whole podcast on overwhelm. But again, overwhelm's an emotion, and emotions are a result of your thoughts. So change your thoughts and you can change your emotions, and it changes your action. So choosing those new thoughts, so that way you don't feel overwhelmed, and that you can be in the moment. You can enjoy life. You can saunter and come back to learning and being and treasuring and pleasuring in your life. Oof, so good. So get out of that fast forward, get out of that fast lane and get off that hamster wheel. I think the first thing sauntering is really slowing down. And I think what I want to say about that is there's an art to sauntering. So go practice that. Practice bake time and saunter to the coffee, saunter to Starbucks, saunter into Starbucks. When you drive to Starbucks, saunter that drive to Starbucks. Oh my gosh, so good, so good. I think the biggest thing so many people do, especially here in this culture, is it's just the fast forward, always going on fast. And really what's important to you, in slowing down is so life-changing. Just being able to be in your senses and smell and taste and feel and touch and the visual, noticing and being in that present moment is just, so good, so good. Okay, so the next thing is, besides slowing down, the art of sauntering, it's ease and it's flow. When you saunter, you'll be able to get in the ease and flow more of your life, of the moment, of what's happening around you. Saunter into that meeting, saunter out of the meeting. And I think, I guess I want to ask, have you ever noticed that ease and flow in your life, when you were really in it, how effortless it really is? So when you can saunter in the ease and flow and live in that space in your life, it's going with the flow. When you're noticing and you're not in a hurry, and you can get off that fast forward, off that hamster wheel, off that treadmill, going going and struggling. That's a struggle, and it's just so against what we as women are all about. Have you noticed when you go against the flow how hard it is, and when you go with the flow, things just happen. Like if you're really not supposed to have something, you're not supposed to have it. Quit struggling to get it. Like if something is meant for you, you will have that. And trusting and getting in the flow and not making it harder. And don't make it mean something that it's not. So I think it's that, what is your mind doing? Where are you in your own mind? Are you struggling? Are you thinking thoughts of hurry and fast and struggle and difficulty? But I think it's coming back and just finding flow, going with the flow. And I want to be clear, it's not tolerating everything along the way. There is some tolerance in our lives. This is life, but it's getting into the ease and the effortlessness and the sauntering of our lives. And what is not meant for you will go past you. Trust me on that. I've known that so much in my life. And I think if we think thoughts of it's hard, it's difficult, it will be. But if we can do a reframe or a do-over, change your thoughts, change the reframe. How can I go with the flow of this situation? How do I stop going against myself in this situation? And if you can, do it. And if you don't and you can't, get out of this situation. Leave, walk away. Be that high value woman and walk away. If you can't change it, go with it. If you can't, then leave it. Seriously. So I think a couple questions I want to ask, a couple coaching questions, and this might open up some things for you to think about in your life. So one is, where might you be rushing in your life and not sauntering? Where are you running to? What are you going against? These are not saunterings. These are fast forward, rushing, fast movement. What are you struggling with? What are the thoughts in your mind that are creating the things that you think that you need to go do quickly or rushing or with a busy mindset? What are those thoughts? And can you go to those thoughts and think new thoughts? So instead of, I have to do this, how about I get to do this? My life is so busy. How about my life is full and rich and I get to choose this next thing to do? And here's what I've prioritized today because I set up my day with an intention this morning. If you want to learn how to live a ripe, wild, and fierce lifestyle, make sure to check out my new course. It's in the show notes, so when you are finished with the podcast, head on over to the show notes and click on the link. If you can change your thoughts and decide to, for example, like go out for a walk, can you saunter and be present? Or are you on your phone as you're taking a walk and you're thinking about what just happened or what's going to happen in the future? Can you just enjoy the moment? Can you saunter and enjoy the beautiful street you're on, the neighborhood, the gardens, the flowers? I remember one time I was taking a walk and I was just noticing all the flowers. It was springtime and I started taking pictures with my phone of all the flowers and then the leaves. Once I got beyond the flowers, the leaves and the colors and the texture in the leaves. And then I was posting them in my Facebook group and just, it brought me such pleasure. And when I could saunter, I had more pleasure in my life. So much more joy, so much more connection. I was able to feel my senses. I was able to live the moment. I was able to have more deeper, meaningful, more connected experiences in my life. So I think it's really enjoying the little things in life. And it's life that is full of all these little daily things. So I just want to close by saying, where might you be inspired from this episode today to really take that word saunter and make it a part of your life and your vocabulary and go out and play with that? Where can you saunter to your next meeting? Where can you saunter to your next appointment? You might involve leaving a few minutes more earlier. It might involve some different thinking or some different doing. but where might you be able to saunter more in your life so that way you can have more pleasure and more joy? All right, everybody. Thank you for today. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to this podcast on what the French taught me about sauntering, because they've taught me a lot, and I love sauntering, and I've loved how to embrace it, and I've learned to really work with it. And it's just changed my life in such a way where I can slow down, because I'm thinking, I'm a woman who saunters. And just being present, slowing down and sauntering and is really a beautiful, beautiful way to live and a really beautiful place to live. Okay, everybody, we'll see you next time. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love it if you would leave me a review or share it with someone else who may enjoy it too. To stay connected with me, please head on over to SusanElizabethCoaching.com and make sure that you sign up for my tips on how to live an unleashed life full of passion and purpose. Until next time, go live an unleashed life.